Hello, everybody. So today we are going to speak about um, a very beautiful subject from Ashtavakra series. You know, it is called as the three types of purity. So let us look at the first type of purity, or three types. So let's look at the first type. The first type is that of purity of your body. Your body has to be pure. In yoga, it is called as one of the niyamas, that is shaucha. Hmm? So, what is shaucha? Purity, cleanliness. You ensure that you have a shower every day, you brush your teeth, all your physical hygiene, oil pulling. Then yoga also suggests some shat kriyas that can be done to achieve purity of body. Also, you can do some exercising, Surya Namaskar for your physical health. You can do some pranayamas. Pranayamas are rhythmic breathing exercises that will help you to maintain purity in your breath and mind. And then, of course, meditation. Some meditation will help you to calm down your mind and give a very equanimous view of life. Samatvam yoga uchate. So while with all these practices, you get to experience the purity in the body. Moving ahead is the purity of the speech. Now, what is purity of the speech? As a learned, as a yogi, one needs to be extremely careful of the words that one speaks. In olden days, people used to observe mauna, a day of silence, willingly. Why? Because it is said to cleanse the speech. Uh, you know, words in Sanskrit is called akshara. What akshara? That which can be destroyed. And akshara means that is which is forever. So if you look at it, whatever you are feeling, and you can whatever you speak does not ever die. So you should be very, very careful with what are you speaking. Um, your speech can make or break your relationships. So, how should be your speech? Your speech should be only from your throat. So, when you're angry, when you're jealous, when you're sarcastic, when there's a hatred in you, or when you're happy, you have lots of love, and there's a lot of awareness, and you're wanting the betterment of the other person. Whichever way it is, either you're giving praise or whether you're giving criticism, it should only be from your throat. Do not give criticism from your heart, and do not let praise get into your head. Both of them are not good. So you should restrict or observe that all your speeches come only from your throat region. It doesn't go down and it doesn't go up either. Uh, the third purity, which is subtler than the speech, is the purity of feelings. Like, you may externally find people being very calm, very quiet, but they're very harsh in their speech. A lot of saints are very angry and very, to a downright point of being rude. But there is a difference even in the. It is said that the anger of enlightened is better than the compassion of a fool. Why so? Because when an enlightened person or somebody who feels good for you even gets angry, it is for your betterment or for your upliftment or one's upliftment rather. Right? That's why it is said that even when you're angry, it should be for the betterment of the other person. Uh, a lot of yogis or a lot of sannyasis also face a lot of bouts of anger, hatred, disappointment, inertia, all these feelings. So, how to maintain mm, that level of or purity of feelings is by knowing that everything is going to change. So, this too shall change. And if it is related to a person, know that any person who is rude is stress. So Guruji, our master says that in every culprit there is a victim crying for help. So realizing this, going beyond the words, realize the energy or the pure consciousness that exists. What does it helps you to do? It helps you to avoid creating any bitter feelings for that person, and you're able to communicate as well. uh, Moving towards the uh, feeling level. Now when everything is going good in life, there's a bright sunny morning, you may feel very high enthusiastic, you get your next job, you fall in love, and you earn a lot of money, you buy a next big house, you buy a next big car, and you feel all ready to go and conquer the world. And then you want everybody around you to be happy, to grow. But the real test comes around when things are not going right in your life. And that is the time you have to observe, literally observe uh, the purity. Are you able to maintain the purity of your feelings? For example, somebody actually abuses you. Can you maintain this feeling of compassion rather than hatred for that person? How can you do that? Is know that that person is under some stress, um, and then you will be able to preserve that feeling of purity and feeling for that person. Or suppose you're stuck in a traffic jam, or right now we are all stuck in our houses due to this pandemic, and it is very easily a feeling of frustration comes up, which again destroys the purity of your own inner feeling. In such a situation, having this knowledge that present moment is inevitable helps your mind to come out of such a situation and face it bravely. Uh, there is a lot of perseverance and awarenessful path that one needs to follow in order to maintain the purity of feelings, the purity of speech, and the purity of body. Right? It is a tapas. It is called as tapas. Why? Because every day in the morning you have to get up, you have to take a shower, you have to exercise, move your body, do some pranayam, do sudarshan kriya, do some meditation, and then observe your breath. You observe your speech. What are you speaking? How much are you speaking? Some things that are that you're speaking is actually needed or not. So all this is a constant practice, um, wherein you may like it someday and you may not like it someday. However, willfully understanding that this is good in a longer run, going through that is a tapas, or it's a penance. What happens when when a diamond is under fire, it glows out more. Or a gold, right, when it is beaten, it becomes much more shinier. Similarly, this consciousness, this your quality of life, the success that you're seeking for in life can only be attained through willful tapas, or awareness filled efforts that you put in, right? Now, when you are willfully and with pure intention going through this and observing your body, observing your speech, and observing your feelings, and if still things doesn't happen, what is the next thing that Ashtavakra suggested? Combine it with Ishwar Pranidhana, meaning what? Surrender to the divine. Okay, this is so powerful. The next day, someone shouts at you. Next day, you feel stuck in your life because of some situation. Next day, you're not able to forgive some person, because of some feelings. Just surrender it to the divine. Know that this is a divine will, wherein you are in this situation to learn something. Some karma has put you here, and then it needs to be dissolved. So when you surrender to that divinity in you and this nature, what happens is that you immediately become free from the feelings that are bothering you, and and there dawns a sense you that everything will be taken care of. Hmm. Let us look whether anger is good or bad. Well, anger is good when we do it with a feeling that, you see mother scolding kids, so she doesn't want anything bad to happen for the child, right? So when you come from that space of betterment for the other, and you even scold that person, it is good for the benefit of that person and you're not touched. However, when you're stuck in the situation and you feel hatred and you kind of, just say the words to hurt the other person, then it will automatically also hurt yourself. So knowing this, willfully going through this penance and surrendering it to the divine Ishwar Pranidhana, you can maintain the purity in your feelings. It is so important because there is a story that a saint, a sannyasi, there was a small girl, a young girl, she couldn't cross a river, and there were three saints, sannyasis. So the one sannyasi offered to pick her up and drop her to the other side of the lake. And he picked her up and he dropped. And as they walked away, all the other sannyasis questioned him. They asked, "Oh, as a sannyasi, you're not to forget about touching a girl. You're not even supposed to look a girl." He answered that I have already left the girl behind, but you're still carrying her in your mind. Yeah. So if you're pure in your feeling, you're not stuck with that person, or you're not stuck with the situation or that feeling, you're free to move ahead. Always know, anything that you love will cause attachment, and anything that you hate will cause you misery, and that will immediately cause an impurity in your feelings. So it is a constant practice, and this passion, tapas, and Ishwar Pranidhana that helps us maintain uh, the purity on all the three aspects, manasa, vacha, and karmana, in our actions, that is in our body, in our feelings, that is in our mind, in our thoughts, observe and let go. And the third part is vacha, which is our speech. Now, what happens to such a person? Well, automatically, such a person becomes an asset to the society, and he can go ahead and help everyone, uplift everyone, and become a contributor towards the betterment of the society, right? It is so much needed in this time and hour. So one must constantly observe and let go. The purity of your body, your speech, and most importantly, your feelings. We'll come up with more such videos. Until next time, do keep safe. If anyone has any queries or questions, please feel free to put it up in the comment section, and I will be answering them in my next video. Thank you very much.